sort of trigger-based video for you again. Obviously, as you can see in the title, I've been out and purchased myself a little treat. Something that I've been looking at mainly for like the last month, that sadly had all its servers shut down in the last, I think April 8th they finally shut down, so I'm a little bit late for like buying things on the store. But I've treated myself to a Nintendo 3DS XL, and I did a lot of research into this because obviously there's so many different types of 3DS XL. So you've got the original 3DS, then you've got this one, the 3DS XL, which came after, then you've got the 2DS XL, the new 3DS, the new 3DS XL, and the only difference really is the new 3DS XL is a little bit faster, but for the games that I play, I think it only affects like 4 or 5 games out of the catalogue. So all the games I want to play, I should be really happy to play on this, and like it's really easy for me to play on this console, like no issues or anything. So, and this was a lot cheaper. I think I picked this up for about £125. That's discounted because, as you can see in here, we've got no stylus in this little hole here, and obviously you might be able to see on the camera, I'm not sure, but it's just a little bit. It's actually in quite good condition generally, but there are a few marks and scratches on it. But yeah, generally probably one of the better condition ones I saw when I was hunting, because I was looking on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, all these like second-hand shops really. And this is, I just stumbled across this one at my local CEX, and I had to buy it. And luckily I've got a few games going through, so I have a couple of games. But it just sounds so nice and well constructed. Yeah, as you can see, it's a nice blue colour. You've got the 2 cameras on the front here. It's a nice, soft, like sleek material, so you can hear the nice smooth texture of it. And yeah, just branding all the stuff on the back. Obviously, where the cartridge goes, and like I miss this era of handhelds because obviously the Switch is really good, but this is my first proper handheld console, the DS original one. I got it when I was like 10 or something like that, when it came out, like Nintendo and stuff. And this is probably my favourite era of Pokemon, apart from like one game on the Game Boy Advance. I played a lot more Pokemon on this than I did on the last one. But it just brings back some era of gaming for me that's like I love, and I'll always think I will love playing. But they always just seem quite well constructed and just perfect. I think Nintendo made the best hand. Obviously, I don't think there's really much contest for handheld consoles, but Nintendo have always made the best. And as I said, it just makes some lovely sounds. because it's my favourite Nintendo game. But thinking back in my head, there's a few 3DS games that I remember playing that I'd be interested in playing again, and some that I didn't play that I'd be interested in playing again. But it's finding them for the right price, because obviously a lot of Nintendo games now that the eShop, really expensive. And there's just something like the 3D, even the 3D slider for me on this. I don't use a 3D, and I don't think I ever have, but obviously it was a sort of, I say it wasn't like groundbreaking, it was sort of, but like not many people used it, but the concept was quite interesting and sort of groundbreaking. Let's open this up and get into it a little bit. It's going to make a it just makes such nice noises, even that clicking, so satisfying. There's a few marks on the screens. I don't actually believe they're scratches, because I think that should come off with a little bit of a white. There might be scratches, to be fair. No, I don't think they are. It's just I think I cleaned the screen quite badly, because when I bought this there weren't any marks on it. Yeah, see that disappears. It just, I've smashed it up, but I'll clean it later. But for like a second-hand DS that is, does it say on the back, it's roughly release date. Supposedly came out in around 2011, according to the back of the case. I think it's in quite good condition. There's not that much visible wear on the outside unless you really look hard. The screens are both very well looked after, and even if there are any marks on it that aren't like temporary, you can't see it when you play. And even like the buttons work well there. These buttons are quiet, and then you've got power button. I'm not going to press that because you'll get loud. And even the D-pad work. And the triggers. And this is what I was on about, because you've got a little volume slider in here, so that goes all the way up. And you've got the 3D slider here that turns to 3D. for the actual game, like I can't see it working in game when I turn the slider on, so I'm not sure it works for actually anything in game. Only like the cutscenes on the games I've got, but it's still quite interesting. It's like, it hurts my eyes occasionally. It's a bit rough looking at, but like once you get used to it, it's lovely. So obviously you've got a nice screen. And obviously the bottom screen. And that was a revolutionary feature obviously with the DS, wasn't it? It's dual screen set up with its bottom touch screen and its top screen. Just allowed you to play games a little bit differently. So as I was saying, like with Pokemon, you had all in battles or outside battles, you have like your map and stuff down here and all your features, and then the game on the top screen, or in a battle you'd have your battle on the top screen and your like attacks on the bottom. So where would you want to use a Pokeball, use a potion, heal your Pokemon, use an attacking move? That was all down here. And if you can hear, they're just both so different. This is a lot deeper. This one is. Trying so careful because I don't want to damage the screen with my nails. Because I feel if I damage the screen in any way at all, it's going to be very hard to find one for the price I found it in sort of a good condition like this. So I do my best to try and keep it from being damaged, but I don't think I'm not hitting it too hard, so hopefully it'll be alright. So I give it some noise on the bottom screen, it's a lot easier. To the buttons, I think. My favourite thing about a lot of these buttons is like they're not too loud, they're just loud enough to make nice sounds. So we go. You know what I mean? Like when you're playing with this, like this close to your face, like this, playing, you don't want clacky sounds in your face, like blocking the sound out from the game and stuff. Because a lot of Nintendo games have brilliant soundtracks, or like part of the soundtracks are absolutely brilliant. But it's just enough noise to keep you, like, if you like that sort of noises, you know what I mean, like we do, we like tapping, we like button noises. But as you can hear, even the D-pad, very clicky, very responsive still. obviously we've got the A, B, Y and X buttons. The power button, which I'm not going to press because that's going to give you an awful noise. I'm not even sure what the DS sound, I can't remember, I don't think it's the same as the old DS sound up with a dun 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 dun. But we're going to move on to these lovely that just leaves a couple of buttons left, and that is the, I don't know what it's called, the stick, the moving stick, the analog stick. With is quite a soft sounding L&R button on the back. Both got a picture of a camera on them, so I assume it obviously you use it as a trigger for the camera as well. But these are quite soft sounding, so if we close this up. sound of what the power button sounds like, shall we? See, very, very quiet. Turn that off because it's going to turn itself back on. And we'll come back to that in a minute because I've got one more trigger once I'm done. But as you can see, it was always going to be a Pokemon game. And the first game that this was one of the main reasons I rebought the DS after years of not having one, and that was for Pokemon Omega Ruby. So we've got Pokemon Omega Ruby. And the box is still quite sticky where I took the label off, but Pokemon Omega Ruby is a remake slash adaptation of the original Pokemon Ruby that was released in like 2003, which many of you may know from a few of my previous Pokemon videos on the channel, either new or old, that this is my favourite Pokemon game of all time. This one and the original one, the remake, is really good, but obviously the original was what got me to play Pokemon and fall in love with it. But this is such a good game, and I just wanted to re-experience playing it again, so I thought, why not grab one? Obviously we can open it up. There you go. We've got the cartridge inside here. Then we've got all like the manuals and the bits and pieces, just some paperwork. But we're going to take this out for now. Just pop that out of the case without making too much noise. There we go. Close that case for you. And here we've got the cartridge itself. Then on the back, obviously, you've got the little crate so you can and obviously for those of you that don't really either remember the DS or never played it, these are obviously very similar to the Switch cartridges, just a little bit thinner but a little bit wider, and they just slot the top of the DS like the Switch and you can play a game. The only thing I think it doesn't have that the Switch has is a cover, so if you pop this in, if you press the wrong time at the back or get it caught, your finger caught somewhere, you can accidentally eject this mid-game and lose your data. But I don't think I've ever done that accidentally. But that's the first game that I bought. We'll read the box to you while we're here. And it says, Ancient Power Reawakens. Behold the true crowned on Pikachu likes cosplay. Start your Pokemon adventure now. Build secret bases all on your own. Not really a big blurb, but if you have a look, sort of got all the features, bringing most of the features back. But yeah, that's the first game that I've bought. Another one, and the second one is also a Pokemon game that I actually never played. I think I played it sparingly, but not this version, and it is Pokemon Ultra Moon. I'm more of a fan of the Pokemon Sun and Solgaleo and Ultra Sun, but this was the only one in the shop when I went to get it. The other Ultra Moon was either miles away or more expensive when I got it off like eBay, so I made the decision to buy this one just because it was there and I haven't played it, and it's not really too many differences. A few Pokemon differences and stuff, but apart from that it's the same storyline, and I believe it's just a bit expanded on from the story of the original Sun and Moon, but this is a little bit better than the base version Sun and Moon. It says on the back, new secrets await discovery in Alola. And realistically, it's not really saying anything else, it's just a few pictures of the game and what goes on in it. And obviously on the front we've got Pokemon Ultra Moon with, I think that's like Necrozma, Solgaleo, where they merge. I don't really remember the lore of this game. I don't remember this game, but I don't think I ever completed Pokemon Sun or Moon. So this will be an interesting one for me to finish. So it's actually sort of a new game to me. And I do have a few more on my list I want to get, like Pokemon X. I want to get all the cartridges I can, Pokemon games that are on the DS, and then I'll start working towards the older games on the normal DS, because those cartridges are like stupid money. Like Heart Gold and Soul Silver, like I see them going for over £150, like in box new, or like 90 quid just the cartridge, but the actual bit's stupid money. So I'm going to see what I can do into getting them, or getting versions of them so I can play them as well. But if we open up the box here, slide the game out, close that again, put that back down, and as you can see here we've got Pokemon Ultra Moon on the cartridge end. These are just, I think it might have been where people said Pokemon started to go downhill a little bit when it switched to the 3DS, but this was the last game on the console, so this should be the ultimate of what the DS can perform. But I'm going to put that one back away on its box, not in its box for now, because I've got one more trigger for you involving the DS and the cartridge, and obviously that's how it fits in, so it's just DS games. I haven't got a capture card for this, so I might have to figure out ways around it. I might be able to. I've had a few ideas in my head that may work, may not, and may work like nicely aesthetically as well for ASMR. But if that's something you'd like to see, sort of let me know, and I'll see if I can figure it out. I'm trying to plan to do it anyway, but I just want to see what sort of people are into and what they want to gauge. But that's all I've got for you in today's video. So